Wars. When you see Star Wars, you have, of course, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, but then you have the stormtroopers. And the stormtroopers, there's hundreds of them throughout the whole movie. And when you watch that movie, you never say to yourself, when they shoot one of the stormtroopers, you never go, oh my God, they shot Larry. Oh man, I liked Larry. You know why? Because you don't care about Larry. Larry's just another guy in a suit. You don't know his name. You don't know what he did. All you knew was that he was marching down the hallway, shooting. He got shot. He died next. You can't allow your life to become just a character. You have to understand that you have control over your own life. And the way you do that is understanding where is everything around you? Where is it fitting into your story? This is 2021. Think of a name. Think of a title of your story. The Legend of, The Adventures of, and then put whatever you put your name after that. And then you begin to tell that story. Once upon a time, whatever way you want to go into your story, then you begin to understand that you, as much as possible, can control what happens in the story. See, when people think about the hero, they always think about the good stuff. You think about Batman when he's in his suit and his costume, or Wonder Woman, she looks all fantastic, her hair and everything else. And then you think about in the beginning when they're wonderful heroes, and then you think about the end when they have overcome whatever monster, alien, antagonist they had to go. You never think about the middle part. How did they get to be heroes? You don't think about that. The things that makes us heroes are the things, is all the preparation that it took to get there. The people that we remember in our lives, the people who are no longer here, the reason why they are heroes in our lives, not because of that singular moment or that singular thing that they did for us. We remember the work, everything that it took to get to being your grandpa, your mom, your dad, that boss, that person that was in your life. The hero is the bridge between you and the audience. When the audience sees who you are, when your son, your daughter, your colleague at work sees who you are, they begin to understand what it took to become who you are. That's what the story is. In every movie, especially every superhero movie, Batman, Superman, Aquaman, Iron Man, Wonder Woman. Look at this. In fact, I didn't see the new Wonder Woman movie, but I already know what it has to be based on. Barbara said it was a 6. I haven't seen it yet. But there's a part in the story, or at least in the trailer, where you see Wonder Woman as a little girl, beginning to develop her powers, beginning to develop the way she sees the world. How is that any different than what you have to do? Sure, we all would love a magic lasso or invisible jet or those nice bracelets that she used to repel bullets. I can use that in my neighborhood, but we don't have that. But what tools do you have on your utility belt to change the story? And you don't have to even become all metaphysical. You are just think of it in real terms. You are the director of your story. You have been given a limited budget, meaning that you lost your job. You have been given a cast of people that you have to work with. Some of them are union workers, some of them not. That describes your husband, your wife, your kids. And you have to work with what you got. You are the hero of the story, of your story. This is 2021, and I've decided that when I say 2021, I'm not saying 1-O-N-E, I'm saying 1-W-O-N. There's a commercial, I forgot, one of the media companies that's talking about 2021. How are you going to win? How are you going to change the story of your life? Because that's where it starts. It starts today. It starts the moment that you decide that you're going to become that entrepreneur, that this is the time to start that business. And I say that not on high and I'm talking to you, even within myself, you start thinking to yourself, how long are you going to work for someone else? How long are you going to just accept that paycheck as a indicator of what your worth is, when, especially when you know who you are? All of us are superheroes, and yet we hide out. We're like Superman who has the S on our chest, but we decided to just be Clark Kent and we take that paycheck. Suppose Clark Kent, Superman, just decided, well, I'm just going to work for the Daily Planet and that's all I'm going to do. You know, it's hard out there. As I did in one of my speeches, it's hard to be a superhero, especially when you realize what you can do. And we unfortunately live in a world where everybody doesn't want a superhero. Everybody may not want your skill. So part of understanding the role of the hero is understanding what your responsibility is, understanding that we live in a world, in the universe, where you have to first realize that you are a hero and realize that everybody may not want your power, but it doesn't matter. As Barbara said, and I talk about all the time, value. How do you value yourself? That's the link between stories and value. The only way you get to value is understanding the power of stories. So, once upon a time, sound, passion, the hero. And our next week, we will talk about probably the most important element, which is what all of us are going through right now, the antagonist. So please, again, my email address is thegemhunter@mac.com. Please send Barbara messages. Please send me texts if there's something that you need to know. But understand that today is the day that you become the hero that you've always wanted to be. I look forward to seeing you next week. And I'm waiting.
There we go. Every time I see that sponsor, I feel like going into like the in a field and just walking and letting the air just take over. I don't know. It's just that really just like, ah. So that's our sponsors. We had a lot of sponsors today, which I'm glad that we were able to show them. And there's more to come. And just let everybody know if you are interested in being a sponsor on the show, have your commercial for your product or services, let me know, reach out, and we can talk and get you on the Diamond Factor experience with Barbara Beckley and friends. Now, okay, I'm telling you, I told you the show was going to be amazing today. So we already had the incredible Barry Mixon come on and tell us about stories and making sure that you own it. See, I was talking about believing yourself. Now we have a superhero coming in today. This lady, Miss Anita, woo, she is amazing. She's a trainer. She's an author and best-selling author at that. She's a superhero. She's a queen. She's a mentor of mine, and she is just an awesome, awesome person in general. So we are going to bring her on, but I have to bring her on the right way. So here we go, and we will be right back. Did I do okay? Did I do okay?
Oh my God. Hi, Barbara. Oh my gosh. I am just yes, that was so, I wasn't prepared for that. That was so beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm like, who are you talking about? Who that?
You. See, that was
me.
I know you're like, huh? Yes,
What?
you.
Well,
I
thank
always
you.
want to surprise my special guests. I was like, okay, I hope I do it right. I'm
You
bringing
really
her
did.
in.
You really did. Thank you so much. I totally appreciate you. And Happy New Year. You are so magnificent. I feel so I just feel so special.
I can't believe you're speechless.
I know. Like, I'm
Got
telling you,
you.
well, that was really nice. What a wonderful entrance
Oh,
to the show for me. I so appreciate you. Thank you so much.
I love you.
I love you too.
Yes.
I love you too. It's so good to see you. It's so good to be on here. And I was in backstage just hanging out, and I'm listening to Barry, and I hear him talking about superheroes. And my ears just kind of went. Oh, look at that! I was so excited about that. That was really cool. I love what he
I,
had to say.
I know it seemed like it's flowing because he like he said he's always talking about the superhero and all that when we're talking about your your stories and everything. And
Right.
I know you are, and I want you to take a little time to talk about this because I know you are a Wonder Woman, and I am too, fan.
Oh,
So
well, I
just
don't know. I don't like to take responsibility of being called that. However, I will always accept you saying that in my heart. Thank you very much. But Wonder Woman is absolutely my all-time favorite superhero. Based on the kind of woman she is, what she stands for. People can look up all the details of who she is, but she's just an amazing, amazing person. So, she's a demigod. So I really I just love her way about everything. So, but to kind of give a little introduction of who I am,
yes.
you've done a really nice job, actually. I almost don't want to say anything, but when it comes down to it, I am someone who is the founder of Interscope 365, which basically means look within every single day of the year. But that's the name of my company, Interscope 365. And I had decided to, I noticed this about myself growing up, but, we don't know this until we look back. We go through our life the way we do, and the challenges that come in our lives, we just kind of battle it. However we battle it, we sink, we swim, we get back on surface, and we just keep going. And we go with these memories, and then we go with what we do from those memories. What are we going to do? How are we going to handle it? And so I think that as I look at my life growing up, I was someone that really believed in myself more than others believed in me. I can say that now, but in the time that I was going through being a child, being a teenager, being a young adult, all those experiences, I always had doubt, what am I doing wrong? Why am I being viewed this way? Or why are they saying that to me? I was a victim of emotional abuse all my life. I think I was someone who experienced a lot of emotional violence from so many different areas of my life. It wasn't just one individual that kept picking on me. It was just about everybody that I encountered, whether it was on the side of me, meaning friends, family, instructors, people that were your managers, people that were your love interests. It was just a nonstop thing that it all came in different ways. So the older I got, all the different jobs that I've held, I had experienced so many different experiences, and I finally got to a point in my life where I decided to own my own business and offer training and consulting. I noticed the thing about myself is, regardless of the logic that was there, because people do live off of logic. It is important to have logic. You want to know your facts. You want to know the truth. It's important, very important. That emotions weren't applied to this logic often properly. So, if someone has logic, it's great, but they're not identifying the emotion that's coming from the person that's their listener, that's their viewer, that's their friend, that's their colleague, if you will. And so as they go through their life, in work, in a relationship, things get skewed, things get misinterpreted, things get misunderstood, and then you have problems. And so anyway, I decided to open up Interscope 365 so that I can help train people on the strategies of emotion. I want people to be able to redefine wellness through the engagement of emotional intelligence. And now you hear the word emotional intelligence. Even I didn't know there was such a thing as emotional intelligence until one day I was reading this book called Emotional Intelligence. I'm like, that's exactly what I talk about, emotional power. I always said emotional power, but it is emotional intelligence. And I feel so sorry for emotional intelligence. If you noticed how 2020 ran, that's an example of how emotional intelligence is a failure. It doesn't work. And it should be something that should be right up there with IQ. If you have an EQ, you have an IQ. And they should work like the dynamic duo in this world, so you could conquer things in a respectful, powerful, amazing, satisfying sort of way where your life feels enriched. And that's what I set out to do with my invisible cape or my invisible jet. When somebody comes along and reaches out to me, they tend to want to share the logic with me because they want to show me that they're intelligent, that they know right from wrong. And I think that that's great, but I'm looking at their heart. So I tend to have more heart to heart conversations than brain to brain conversations. And it's been such an incredible, amazing ride for myself, because as I share my experiences, educational and, personal experiences, and when I look at everybody, I think about the thing that I talked about in my book in 2019 that I published called The Undercover Superhero, which is why I was loving what I was hearing from Barry. I totally understood that. I said one of the things that says basically that we're all superheroes pretending to be human. That's one of the things I said in my book. We're all superheroes, but we're pretending to be human. If we understood ourselves that way, instead of thinking that we're human pretending to be superheroes, like I want to say,
I like that.
if you knew that you were a superhero, if you knew that you were an undercover superhero, you knew you had all those powers, and you realize that you're really pretending to be human, you would really operate differently. And you'd have different results from that.
I love how you put that. I never thought of it that way, and that's why I think now I'm telling people more and more about believing in them. I started a whole new year. It seemed like off that way, and I've been using my little acronym that I have called BUILD. And the first thing in BUILD I have for B, I'm saying believe in yourself and be bold in it. And I think that's where that superhero comes in. And so you switch it, like you said. Think you're the superhero, and then everything you do from there drives that. I love how you have that. Yeah.
Right. And I think the fact is that we do have so many powers. If you really take time to look at who you are, your body, how your body operates for you, just the simplest thing of a cut, a little scratch you get, and it heals and it's gone. And yeah, you might have some scars when it comes to cuts that are deeper, but you're still healed and you can still move forward. You can still, the things that you see, my goodness, when I watch shows like, American Ninja Warrior. I don't know if you've heard of it. I don't know if any viewers have heard of it, but there's something called the American Ninja Warrior. It came from Japan, actually. It was called Sasuke, if I'm right. And this is a big obstacle course. And you hear stories of people that come on to this show or to this competition. It's always the backstory before, the individual comes on and, camera's looking at the individual and the announcer is now telling you about who this individual is. But while this person's looking as good as they do, you hear their backstory and you finally see, like, they went through cancer. They had this take place. They went, they lost their job. The family, somebody died, like all these awful things that took place. And here is this individual coming on to take on this obstacle course, and I think to myself, these folks are, you naturally want to go, these folks are insane. How are they going to do it? Then the buzzer goes off and there they go. And they're rocking it all the way through. It makes you just tell yourself, if you really look at that, that's potential. That person's going after their potential, regardless of their circumstances, regardless of how the world might label them. They just say, screw that. I'm going in. I'm going to get it done. And it's all good. And I thought, I love it. I love it.
But you know what? They're probably saying, it's funny you say that because I do watch shows like that, especially those obstacle things that people do. And you're right. They're standing there like the epitome of like strength or whatever. And then you hear the backstory about, oh, they went through cancer or they were abused and this and that. I was like, what? Really? And then all of a sudden, like you said, the sound goes bing and they'd be like, shh. And I was sitting there like, okay, I'm looking around like, what excuse do I have?
Right. Right. That's exactly it. I sit there, I'm like, I got nothing. I have to go and do what I set out to do for myself. If that guy, if that girl, if that old gentleman, if that old lady, is doing that, what am I even complaining about? What am I even, like, I think about those things like, yeah. I need to get up and go. I got to move. I got to make something happen. So I'm always filled with inspiration in all corners. But I do have the lens at this point in my life. I can't say that I may have been born in this way, but it was buried. How you are the diamond factor, and you and I have talked a lot about diamonds and the importance of understanding that. I had to mine for mine. Now, maybe someone else out there may have thought, oh, Anita, she's so cute, sweet little girl. And it's great. And I love that. And it was important. But the ones who are very important to me, the ones who I regarded as important to me, we all have those. The world could say you're amazing, but the ones who are super important to you, if they don't think that you are, if they don't recognize your power and actually support it, then that becomes your kryptonite. It won't matter what anyone else thinks, because people can compliment all day long and it's really wonderful. And I know that I had that kind of a issue of who's right when you're a kid. Which one is right? The ones that are close to me who think I'm not good enough. I'm not of any value. I don't get anything right. I'm the black sheep of the family. Whatever the stories have been told. Are they right? Should I listen to them? They're the closest ones in my circle of people, right? Or do I listen to the ones outside that are like, you're amazing. You have so much energy and you have so much to give in this world. And to listen to them sounds like more of an opportunity for me. But I was listening to what was inside of my circle, because that's what we all get every day, right? So, my diamond was there, as everybody's is. And I just had to mine for it all on my own. And, I'm glad I did. I'm so glad I did.
Oh, I'm glad you did too.
I am glad I did. But, people like you and me, when we do those things and we mine for our own gems and we find them, it's almost like, I don't know if anybody in this earth today, I'm sure that there are people, but just based on everything that we're seeing, I don't know if they have that sense of value of we know that moment you actually find the most expensive diamond in the whole wide world. If we were to have that opportunity, would we just go, oh, look at that, that's nice? Or would we just be like, oh my gosh, there it is? Like when we look at movies, when people get it, it's like the most exciting moment of their life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's what I felt when I realized the value of what I had. And it's like, I want to show it. And I not want to show it that in a way of like, look at what I have. It's more like, now I can give this to others and show them where they have it within themselves.
Yes.
So that's the part that becomes, if I were to consider myself any kind of a superhero, my superpower is love. My superpower is love. And I know somebody had said this on social media, and I love the quote where they said, if I had to be violent about anything, I would be violent about love. And I love that so much because that is how I feel. I want to fight back using love. And I've won every time. I go to bed better every time. And I don't see why I should ever deviate from that. So I teach others really how to love who they are, how to find that, how to mine for that diamond, if you will, how to reclaim the emotions that they have. They're using them, some are a little askew, just a little off. We dial it back to where it needs to be, straighten that crown just a little bit, and then they're off.
Oh, I just love you. I'm so glad that you said yes to coming on the show. You just don't know.
My
I've been
gosh,
waiting.
of course. I would love to show up every day. If you want to call me over, I'll come over.
You know what? Don't say that because I will bug you.
Yeah, bug me, baby. I love it. I love you.
I love you too. But no, I want to say real quick because I know with timing right now is just I'm an advocate for Anita because she was my mentor for it's been like a month or so. Maybe a few weeks. We weren't doing this for a while. And I came to Anita. Well, she came to me and she said, Barbara, and this is what I love about Anita. She will sit there and look at what you're doing and say, you know what, I'm just going to reach out because I just feel something that maybe I can just maybe help, just to tell, just assist and everything. And she came to me so lovingly and she said, Barbara, I see what you're doing with the diamond fit. I see everything that's going on. Like, you know what? I think I can help do some like changing and let's look at some things. And I was like, and see, this is why I was talking about with the L and learning and active listening. If you don't active listen to somebody that they're telling you and just be like, I got it, I'm okay, then you know what? You're missing out on a gold mine. So I'm glad I didn't miss out on a gold mine with Anita because she totally walked me through, again, my mission, my structure of Diamond Factory and everything. Now, some people, you know what? Some people say they got it together. I thought I had it together. I found out I didn't really have it all together. And that's okay. That's okay because as a diamond, I'm always saying, the cut and the shaping and everything. I was still shaping. I'm still shaping and working towards my brand to make it shine bright. I know I'm throwing all my brand out there, but hey, but this is just
you should. You're right. You should. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
So I'm saying this because she's a real deal. If you need a mentor, if you need somebody to really dig deep with you and just really hone in what you're trying to do and get your mission, get all that kind of taken care of. She got a lot of other packages too, I know. But I'm just telling you from my experience, I would 150%, 150% tell you to talk to Anita. So Anita, I just wanted to say that because you know what? You gotta, hey, I always tell people you need to support each other, collaborate if you can, whatever you do. But that's the way to get things going and to help each other grow. So yes, Anita, yes, you my superhero. You're the Wonder Woman, the Queen, everything that I can say.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
And
Thank
then
you,
down
Barbara.
below, I hope I have the right link for you. I have the right website, but I want to
Yes,
make sure
and you want to know something? I'll tell you something. Today is Wonder Woman Wednesday. Okay, it is. I always call it Wonder Woman Wednesday. And today, I'm saying this to you on your page or on your show, actually, that I we hit the go button with me and my web guy. We just switched my entire website and launching it today. So I'm so excited. If you were to go to Interscope 365, you get to see my new website. It is finally done. I'm so excited.
Yeah, that is an accomplishment. I know in your mind, you're like, oh my God, this is done. I get it.
Yeah, I worked so hard with him, and with my team of people that, getting everything together, putting everything in the order it needed to be. And this is something that I've been working on for a long time. And I have just been looking forward to getting this done, because we were going to be done last year, and we just had a lot of different things taking place with quarantine and this scheduling. So to be able to get it done today was so exciting for me, because it was Wonder Woman Wednesday. I got the website up. It's awesome. But yeah, I would love for people to reach out to me. Just like Barbara said, and I want you to know that this is not about anyone looking at you and finding fault and critiquing in a negative way. This is about growing to the next level. I don't care where you're at. I'm sure you're doing amazing, like Barbara was. And it's just about looking at what I always look at is your emotional intelligence supporting what your facts and your information is. So you might have your business in check in terms of, okay, this is my business, this is what I do, this is my mission. And then you go and you tell everybody, but maybe the amount of responses you're getting, you can say it's doing very well. But what if it had potential to go even higher? What if you're retaining more clients, more people, because your relationship with them is more heartfelt? What if there's more passion put behind your messaging? The information that you're delivering, are you delivering it in a way that your market wants to actually hear it? So I remember, this is like the little image I was showing Barbara when I was talking to her about your information is like a little lovely glowing ball. And sometimes there are businesses out there, whether you're a sole proprietor or not, your business might be the kind that if this ball of incredible glowing information that's so worthy for them, if it's being thrown like this, you're playing dodgeball, girlfriend. You're playing dodgeball. We're not doing that, okay? What we're going to do is what we do when we're working with young, beautiful children that want our time to play, and you're going to throw it in a way that they're going to catch it. And so it's a lot of fun to be able to look at how a business works, what is behind what they're doing, why are they doing it, and what's the intention that they want the ultimate consumer to receive, so that it's not just a one and done, that it's a forever relationship, so that they can talk about you and share with others about what you've brought to them, that it's not just a service that just transaction and you're done. It's an experience that lasts forever. So I enjoy working with businesses. I enjoy working with individuals. I think whoever you are, if you own your business, you have a heart, you have a mind, you've got your soul. All of that should be pretty packaged in a beautiful bow when you're going to deliver that message to others. And I want to see that happen for you. I want to see that happen for you.
See, how can you not help work with Anita? Come on, with this little time we have. Really? Really? I want to be your bodyguard, Anita. Tell people, you better work for her. You better work with her.
You're killing me. I love you. You're so funny. You're making me cry. You're getting me emotional.
I just love you. I tell people, you know what? You find certain people in life that you meet for just like that second, and you felt like you've been knowing them forever, and you feel this like just connection. That's what I felt with Anita and Dolly, because I had Dolly on a few weeks ago. These two ladies, I mean, they are.
What a woman. What a woman.
She is. But I'm just saying, when we met, it's just like, whoop, and I say, nope, I gotta stay. Get, the surrounding of people that you're around is really important to meet you to that next level. So make sure you're around people that are positive, that are moving forward, that wants to learn and grow and keep growing. And that's what Anita's all about. So yes,
Thank you
Anita.
so much. Yeah, I appreciate everything that you're saying. And, I know that when I think of the experiences that I've had in my life and the number of clients that I've worked with over this year in November, it'll be my celebration of my business for 10 years.
Ooh,
so being in business for 10 years feels really good for me. I'm very happy to have grown I took my time. I was very slow in terms of some people just shoot right out and start working. And for me,
Mhm.
I was working, but taking my time analyzing how the results were. What does the audience really need to be hearing? How do I tweak
Mhm.
so everything that I teach you and I teach others and I mentor, these are things that I've had to do on my own that I've found work.
Mhm.
Common sense, finding common ground. And, I'd love to invite people to get to know me a little bit better and understanding that what I'm looking to do in my life, my purpose in redefining wellness through emotional intelligence is, I had two books. You mentioned Dolly Cortez. She's obviously, if you don't know her, go back and watch the show. But she is a publisher of Rose Gold Publishing. I met her and hired her to be the person to be my publisher. I have my two books. I'll share real quick. This is my book. This is called The Undercover Superheroes. There's the title.
See?
There's me. And this
Mhm.
is a book that's really all about emotional abuse,
Mhm.
what it's like living in the shadows of emotional abusers, and what it takes to step out of that. So if you see, I'm stepping out from darkness into my
Love
own
that.
powerful light, and I want that for others. This is a struggle that every human being, as far as I'm concerned, has gone through. Whether it's your teacher treated you badly, your family treated you badly, your friends treated you badly, some strangers treated you badly, your boss treated you badly, you go through emotional violence, you go through these emotionally awful landscapes, and the battlefield in your heart, there's no MRI that can take that and record it and show it to you. You go and carry these feelings with you, and you should really learn how to revamp that emotional landscape and make it strong so you could badass all the way down your life and really love what you're about and what you can offer the world. And then the other book I've got, I just had it published in 2020, which is
Congratulations. Look at
Matter.
that. Oh.
Wait, my finger. There's me, and there's my mom. This was a story,
Oh.
a short story, a little poem, if you will. This is a story about, um, you know, my life with my mom and the relationship that I had with her. And she did pass in 2005 to Alzheimer's. And in this book, I call it Hearts Do Matter because this was a story that the story that I have in here is really about overcoming grief, how we can celebrate life, and more so, how we can celebrate love. When we look back at our experiences with people, how we can find gratitude in the experience that we had with somebody instead of living in the feeling of loss. So to be able to realize that love exists after life, I think is very key for us to be able to celebrate that every day,
Important.
all the time, even when we don't have the people that we love with us physically. It
Mhm.
doesn't stop the fact that they're still with us in some beautiful way. So we should carry
Yes.
it on.
Totally agree. Totally agree. I always say that with my dad because everybody kind of knows the story about with him, and I look at him as my main diamond, and I feel like he's always with me no matter what I'm doing. I know he's
He,
that beacon in my life that keeps me going and keeps reminding me of letting that diamond keep shining. So yes, I truly, truly believe what you're saying. Yeah. But okay,
yeah.
lady. So we're gonna have to talk. We're gonna talk. I don't want to put it out there and make no promises. We'll talk because I made a mistake before and I had somebody I said, "Oh, I want you to come on every day, all day and stuff." And then when we got out there, like, okay, whoa, 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 we gotta look at schedule. Wait a minute. So we will talk. I won't get so excited just yet, and see what we can do because I really believe that we can do some more things. I want to bring you on more onto the Diamond Factory Experience show. So we'll talk.
I will definitely love to. I will definitely. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Wonder Woman. So with that, please, please, as I put it, it's been up here for a while, so there's no excuse saying, "Well, I didn't get the website. She took it down too fast." No, it's been there the whole time we've been talking, and it's been like 15 minutes, so no excuse. No excuse.
No
Reach out to
excuse.
this wonderful lady. I'm telling you, she will blow your mind with what she does, and she will be there for you 100%. So, Anita, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you, lady.
Thank you too. It was so nice to be here. I so wish everyone a wonderful, happy new year. And Barbara, I will look forward to seeing you again.
Yes. Bye, lady. See, I told you I had a surprise. Anita is awesome. Awesome. And with that, well, I'll be back on Friday. So I hope everybody enjoyed it. We're really making sure that you get a lot of value, a lot of awareness, a lot of information. That's what it's all about with the Diamond Factor Experience with Barbara Beckley. I want you to get that because I want everybody, each and every individual out there to, as I say, shine like that diamond. That diamond feathers in you, it should be shining everywhere because you have the talents, you have your gifts, your uniqueness, as I say, to move forward. But guess what? And I'm going to be pushing this for a while. But the only way to really get hold of it is to believe in you. So I will see you on Friday. Enjoy the rest of the day and do that shine. Talk to you later. Bye.